Hello and welcome back to World of Warships. It's me, Yoshi EU. Today on the aggressor Kurfürst in a division with a fat monk on the Iowa and Camry on the Baltimore. We are today on the map Tears of Desert in the domination mode. I'm currently running the aggressor Kurfürst and a survival stealth build. Thus I have only 14.1 sea detection and 14.5 air detection range. This is quite an improvement over the default. I think it's something like 18.5, 18.8 kilometers. It helps a lot in plenty of situations. So we got quite a battle in front of us. We have 3 team killers, so we are not expecting much of those guys, to be honest. Well, I know many team killers is just getting the status by accident, but if you have 3 of them, it can be quite tricky. Especially if it's a Hippa and a Morgami against triple Tago, they will have a hard time, that's for sure. We also have an A division there with a Montana aggressor Kurfürst and Iowa in the enemy team. They will definitely be moving together and it will be hard to crack. So we can already see that there's the Iowa, that means we have the A division here on our side. That means we have to deal with it. Right now it's quite even. We have 3 battleships here and 1 cruiser against their 3 battleships. So we're opening up and engaging them. Thought I was a bit misjudging the speed of the aggressor Kurfürst there. I was sadly missing myself over. But if you look on the map, it's not that even anymore. Suddenly it's 4 battleships against our 3 and 2 cruisers against our 1. Also, we don't know where the enemy destroyers are. We only know that they are not spotted on the southern side, so we can pretty much guaranteed, or we are pretty much guaranteed to have at least 1 destroyer up here, if not 2. Actually, 1 destroyer was spotted on the south, but it's pretty much still given that we have 2 destroyers. Correct me. That we have 1 destroyer on our side as well. So I'm pretty careful here with my maneuvering, and I'm adjusting my speed a lot. Basically, I'm just going nose in right now to get my back turrets around. I'm planning to do a right turn. Because pushing into a group when you are completely outnumbered is not really smart, especially because we have 1 tier 9 and 1 tier 8 battleship with us, and only 1 tier 10, while they have 2 tier 10s, 1 tier 9 and 1 tier 8, so that alone is given factor. Also, they have 2 cruisers, an Iowa and an Otago and a Hippa moving on us. So we have to be careful then. Luckily, that torpedoed sub and the aggressor Kurfürst was already really good. Took a big chunk of HP from him. Also, that Montana shooting HE, that's actually quite good for us. Especially for me, since I'm just playing the turn, I can just freely show my broadside and don't have to worry about anything, since it's just shooting HE. Of course, the Kurfürst there is strictly staying nose in, so also not a big problem for me to deal with. Now I see the smoke on my left here. I'm pretty much guaranteed that there's a destroyer in there. So I will decide to activate my hydro. Yep, there it is. As you can see, the torpedoes are incoming. I probably would have not been required to use my hydroacoustic for that, but it's better to be safe on the safe way. I mean, I've got 4 charges. There's no need to waste it. Timing quite well my fire here. Repairing, I know that I've invaded the torpedoes, so I don't need to expect anything from that. And I'm in a good position right now. Our team and our teammates made successfully the turn as well. They didn't lose too much HP, and we're in a quite good situation. The enemy team, however, has a Hippa that's pushing quite freely here. Deciding to take rather a flat shot on the Iowa, and my secondaries are shooting on the Hippa really well. Getting good penetrations there on the Iowa, and even setting a fire on the Hippa. deciding to use my first shield here. I have to keep the Iowa a bit in line of sight because from this angle I'm showing. Oh, that was beautiful, 20k damage. Because the Iowa can still hurt quite a lot. And I timed my shots really well, and I'm timing my maneuvers quite well as well this time. I'm basically minimize, or actually nullify the damage of the Iowa. But as you see, kind of expected in the south, our Mogami that died without doing anything. And pretty much the southern team is just getting destroyed. We already are 3 ships down. The enemy team only lost 1 ship so far, and that was the Hippo. So it's not really looking well for us. I lost a turret here, or it's actually just damaged, but it's not a big problem. I'm just continuing to focus on the Iowa. Again, on this angle, I can minimize the damage for 1000 out of that salvo. Also, since our teammates are splitting up, I'm trying to push further onto their flank so we can get good flank shots on them. So the enemy team has to at least shoot broadside to one of us. I'm trying to finish off the Iowa so I can finally do my turn. The Kurfürst has his back guns not on my side, so I'm deciding to pull hard into him. Also, his main guns are not looking on me, so I can actually risk to show my broadside here. My speed is relatively low as I'm trying to get him into the 10.6 km secondary range. I'm not running the secondary skill, but as long as my secondaries are just shooting the general direction, it should be alright, especially because he's such a big target. Even with big dispersion, they have good odds of hitting them. Now, as you can see, the effect is hitting. The Kurfürst has to angle to somebody, and luckily he's not angling to me, so I'm taking a shot in the front section and getting good GG 10k damage. Also getting here and there some secondary hits. Not the world, but it's just additional damage that you can basically take for free. Also just making sure that he doesn't counter heal there. So I just shot one of my turrets there and the other one on the Montana. As you see, the southern side got completely destroyed, and that's worrying me a bit. Also, I'm a bit afraid, because right now I'm detected by planes and I'm near islands, and I have no idea where the 2 enemy destroyers are. I know one of the destroyers is near the Montana, as he smoked up there. Luckily, the Montana is showing some broadside, and I'm giving him at least 1 citadel hit. I have an Izuma incoming. I know the whole enemy team that was on the southern side and that survived is proceeding to our direction. Luckily, he had a really bad timing here. Actually, I don't know how close the destroyer was, but I'm taking 2 torpedo hits. No, I'm not. They just ran out of time. Was quite lucky here that I turned in time away. Just trying to get some shots. Maybe I can deal just a bit superstructure damage there on the Izuma. I'm basically just trying to take a defensive position to hold our base as long as possible. Our team is 6 ships down, the enemy team is only 3 ships down. I know I can no longer shoot on the tower, as the islands will be blocking my view. trying right now to identify where the enemy destroyer is. Enemy destroyer is really close to me. I'm instantly activating my hydroacoustic search. I saw him a bit too late on the minimap, to be honest. I could have probably have done a lot of damage to him, but it's alright. I'm evading all the torpedoes, minimum damage. The Izumo does not have a shot on me, so I'm probably going for the Baltimore. Actually, I'm going for the Tiger. Using one of my heals. Getting a double citadel on that Tiger for 35,000 damage. Mangled against the Izumo. Minimizing its damage to 4,000 damage. And now we have 5 enemy ships pushing on the side. I'm getting a good shot on the nose on the Izumo, over penetrating the nose, taking him out. Fat Monk, my division mate, manages to take down the Baltimore by citadeling in. The enemy Montana actually managed to get high caliber there as well. I'm not sure what our team is thinking. But as you can see, one destroyer definitely entered our capture point as well now, so I have to be especially careful. Trying to finish off that Tiger, preparing the fire. Finishing off that Tiger with just an overpen. Quite lucky there to get an overpen for over 2,000 damage. Izumo is still behind the rock, so it's a good opportunity to go for full turnaround. The Montana is also decently low. I'm deciding to prioritize the Montana first, as having enemies on multiple sides could be quite problematic. But then I see this awesome broadsiding attack. Suddenly he disappears into void again. I can't really take the shot. The Izumo that's also just hiding behind the rock, and I don't really have a shot on him. And the Tiger actually manages to stealth fly. I think it's the Tiger. I'm just trying to get a shot over this hill on the Izumo. 14k, it's alright. I'm definitely having to push the cap. Now it's 6 versus 3. And we have only battleships left, but the enemy team has still 2 destroyers. To my luck, the enemy destroyer just pops up literally next to me. I'm deciding to completely ignore the Izumo here and to focus on the Kagero. I know he pretty much dropped torpedoes on me. Luckily, I slowed down in time as I noticed him as he got detected, minimizing the damage here. Having definitely to repair the flooding. Just hoping that my secondaries should be able to kill the Kagero. I mean, it's 5 kilometers and he has only 40 HP. It's... yeah, secondaries. He sets a fire on me. Great. Finally, about time, my secondary managed to get at least 1 hit. That could have definitely hit a bit more earlier. Sadly, I'm on fire, double fire, and they have only 30,000 HP. This is quite a close call. Definitely falling back, and I'm telling my teammate now, I don't have that much HP, I have to move out. I'm trying to fall back, I'm using my heal to counter heal the fires. And I got a double citadel on this attack, which is really good. Now we only need 1 or maybe 2 hits or 1 penetration to take him down. Certainly, it's kind of misjudged this turn here. And my salvo missed. Our teammate, our Baltimore, died already quite some time ago. But now I have to deal with an Atago that's closing in on me quite rapidly from 40 kilometers. And with this Zumo. Luckily the Atago was not using HE. I decided to probably focus on that tower, as these are more was currently busy with our iron one. But the torpedoes we just saw, that we were not sure if those were shot from a destroyer or from the tower before. We were quite aware of those. Now notice the Fubuki that's on the minimap near me. But the Atago is a high priority target right now. He's able to deal more damage. Sadly my secondaries are focusing on the Zumo and not on the destroyer. Trying to spread my fire a bit to get a lucky dispersion onto the destroyer to take him down. Sadly they all miss. I have to maintain an angle to the Atago and an angle to the Izumo, and I have to kill the Fubuki. It's 2 versus 4 right now, but I don't have much HP to waste. Luckily, that monk manages to take down the Atago, and I got eyes on the Fubuki again. Now it's 2 versus 3. We're still about 100 points behind. Looks like my salvo missed, but luckily there we go. 1 penetration takes down the Fubuki. Now the Izumo still has plenty of HP, so Fat Monk definitely needs help here. But I'm not that healthy either, so I have to be really careful of showing too much sight. I'm deciding to aim for the guns of the Izumo first. And I managed to disable one of it. Also to deal 7,000 damage with my super... Oh, and the superstructure. As you can see, he could only fire 1 gun because the other one was disabled by me. So he missed with that 1 gun, basically. I minimized the damage by doing so. Now it's just a 2 versus 2, and we don't know where the second battleship is. But this doesn't really matter right now. We will focus on the Izumo, taking him down with my back guns. And we have points lead, and our base is secure. I get that up 250,000, no, actually 248,000 damage. Got 6 citadels, 6 kills, high caliber, secondary, close quarter spirit, confederate, and kraken. I decide to turn around in case the enemy battleships decide to push into our base. But as he was last spotted somewhere on E9, I'm not really worried about him. Also, he has no kill, so I'm assuming he's probably somewhere full health. I don't know if he's AFK or not, but it seems quite odd though. But the mission is only running for 50 more seconds. I think we survived the situation quite well. I'm actually asking in the chat if the Tibis is lost because he is not attacking our base and he wasn't shooting on us and he kind of disappeared. So our division definitely carried the game here. In total we got 9 kills secured out of 11, so our team only managed to get 2. And this was definitely an enjoyable match. let's take a look on the result screen. So on the result screen, um, we can see that I managed to get 248,000 damage, just 100 hits, 350,000 silver. This is quite good for the new patch, I would say. And we managed to earn Fireproof Confederate, it's a Close Quarter Expert, Dreadnought, Kraken, and High Caliber. If we now take a look in the score, I got 2,500 base XP. It's definitely alright. And the enemy Tibbles only got 1 XP there, so I'm assuming he was probably AFK after some time, or maybe he was just sliding along the corner. I don't know what happened there. Montana also did quite well. 1,500 base XP on a lost game is not too bad. Now if you look on the damage top, in total I did 215,000 with my main armament, and the remaining, what is it, 30,000 about damage was done with secondaries. Half of that, of course, done with fire. Now the potential damage taken, I think, is 2.9 million, which is definitely decent. Though I took most of the damage, as you can see, 68,000 there, due to fires and only decent to flooding. Also, quite a lot of the damage was actually high explosive, and only 34,000 was actually AP damage. So from the 172,000 damage that I took, and at the end I survived with 20,000 HP remaining, I only lost 34,000 damage due to AP shells. So if somebody is saying battleships are losing HP mostly because of AP shells, I would disagree on that, at least for the German ships. I would definitely say tanking 172,000 damage is a really good result. But if you think that I made lots of money with that, you're sadly wrong. In total, I had to pay 344,000 for repair, and I only made 4,000 silver. And now if you look again on the result, I would say this is not worth 4,000 silver. In my opinion, the economy is kinda broken, at least for tier 8 and above. But anyway, this was a really good and definitely enjoyable game. Thank you for watching. It was me, Yoshi Yu. See you around next time. Goodbye.